You are watching PR English Shorthand Dictations YouTube channel.
This is English Shorthand Dictation number 407 and the dictation speed is 120 words per minute. Ready? Start. Mr. Chairman, sir, I thank you for giving me this opportunity to participate in this discussion on the budget. Sir, I personally believe that the economy is in deep crisis. I will demonstrate in my short time that it is so. I thought that when the first budget for the next term of this government was to be presented, it would give us a picture as to where we are and where we should be, forgetting about allocations made to departments and sectors of the economy. What is important is the vision of the government to get us out of this economic morass. That really should have been the focus in this budget. But I find that absent. Now, before I say anything, let me tell you why the economy is in crisis. We are a population of 140 crores. I have a report of International Labour Organization. It is called the India Employment Paper 2024, which says that 83% of India's youth is unemployed. In 2000, the unemployment was 35%. It increased in 2022 to 66% and in 2024 to 83%. This is not my data. This is the data of this report. This is the state of unemployment in our country. Now, how will you deal with that? Unemployment is not something that happens suddenly. It happens over a period of time. It happens because the economy is stagnant. Unemployment is related ultimately to several factors. It is related to education. It is in turn related to skill development, which in turn is related to industrial production, which in turn is related to GDP growth. Unless you deal with all these sections, you will not be able to increase our unemployment rate. So, this is where we are. Most of the unemployed people are in the unorganized sector. Only 10% of people are in the organized sector. The CMIE data says that 79% of our population belongs to the working age group of 111 crore people out of 140 crore, of which 83% are unemployed. Now, you can imagine the crisis that this country is facing. We can talk of allocations, but I think the finance minister should have given us a roadmap as to how to deal with this crisis. Unfortunately, they have not been able to provide this roadmap because they will have to generate employment for 7 to 8 million people on a yearly basis for the next 30 years. How will they do that? Where is the roadmap for that? Now, every budget ultimately is a political statement. Whether we presented it this side or you presented it that side, it is a political statement. The fact of the matter is that you are strapped. The fact of the matter is that you know that unless you get two people on board, your government will not survive. Therefore, your allocations have to be tailor made to the demands of those two people. There is nothing wrong with that. I am not criticizing you for that because that is the only way you can survive. There is nothing wrong with that. Sir, the India Skill Report, which is prepared by India, says that there will be 7 million job seekers every year and 12 million jobs will be needed every year. There is no roadmap for that. This is one aspect. I have given you the figures. Now I come to the second aspect. The second aspect is that the world is moving in one direction and we are moving in another direction. Why do I say so? Sir, as you know, in the rest of the world, there is a declining population. Young people are few, and aged people outnumber them. In order to ensure that their economy continues to grow, they have to go for artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence means that you produce the same thing not through manpower but through machines. Now, that artificial intelligence is good for the European system or the United States of America or the developed world. But in India, if you have 83% of our people unemployed, you cannot use artificial intelligence. Some sectors like IT industry have to use artificial intelligence or they will start losing their jobs. Your economic survey says that 0.4% job loss will take place in the IT sector. So, the sector which gives you the maximum employment is going to start losing jobs because they have to compete with the rest of the world. In fact, there will be no recruitment this year in the IT sector. Therefore, where the economy is actually productive, you will lose jobs. And where the economy cannot afford artificial intelligence, you need jobs, and there is no roadmap for jobs. This is a very serious issue that confronts this government. This is the second issue. There is a report of the International Monetary Fund which says that 60% of all jobs in the developed world will be lost, and 40% of all jobs in the rest of the world will be lost. So, if the 40% of the jobs in our part of the world are lost, where are people going to get jobs? Where are they going to earn? Who is addressing this issue, sir? This country needs minds to look at issues, not at politics. You and I are together for the country, not for BJP or Congress or some other party. The nation comes first, and if you don't empower the youth of this country, where will our country go? Let me come to the third issue, which is education. Sir, actually, there has been a slight increase in the education budget, but it is still less than 6%, which is what the promise was for a long period of time.